everything you've done. You're lucky I'm only threatening you right now.
Please, this argument is getting us nowhere.
Initiate, you've come at the right time. We've been talking to Dr. Blackburn and going over Scribe Valdez's report on what you found in Vault 96.
This smug monster is practically bragging about torture and unleashing horrors on the world. And Romani is treating him with kid gloves.
I am not bragging. What I have done was necessary. I take no pride in those terrible acts. I will have to live with the shame of them forever. That weight does not, however, diminish that the ends were worth the means. You will learn that soon enough. My colleagues will see that our creation, a vast improvement on the FEV, is distributed shortly.
Do you see the arrogance, the self-justification? We should end him and be done with it.
Why haven't we killed this guy? There's no reason.
If all he had done was create more super mutants, I would agree. The Scribe's report just adds more crimes to the list.
It's not that simple. Preventing Dr. Blackburn's associates from taking this horror any further must be our priority. And we may need the doctor to convince them.
My colleagues have a laboratory hidden beneath the headquarters of my former employer, West Tech. We intend to correct the FEV's mistakes at their birthplace. Poetically appropriate, would you not agree?
I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with that. I agree with that one, but still.
My colleagues have a facility better suited to final testing and mass production of the virus. As we speak, they are preparing for its release into the air and water of Appalachia. Once dispersed, it will enter the precipitation cycle in groundwater, and then it cannot be stopped.
No. It could spread for hundreds, maybe thousands of miles.
That is your goal, not mine. But I am not a soldier, and would not withstand strenuous interrogation. Well, no minor delay on my part will change what is to come. My colleagues are already preparing. Perhaps my cooperation will allow us to make a case for the good we are about to do, and to convince you of our cause.
Impossible. We could never support something so abominable.
Yes. If the doctor's associates are preparing to distribute the virus, we have to put our emotions aside here and get to them before they can. Blackburn's punishment, whatever its form, can wait until Appalachia is safe. Head to West Tech. Find and secure the entrance to this lab, and we'll follow behind.
I don't like this, Romani. We should be done with him here and now and level this laboratory. This is just like what Elder Maxim faced at Mariposa. Or have you forgotten?
Elder Maxon came to regret acting rashly there. Or have you forgotten?
If they've already begun producing the virus, blowing up the place could just help spread it. We'll need to be a bit more delicate than that.
Very well. If Blackburn is coming with us, I will be watching him. Perhaps he can provide leverage against his fellow lunatics.
If I can prevent further loss of life, I will.
Then it's decided. Initiate, head for West Tech. We've no time to lose. See you there.
Now we got a nuke to deal with first, so I'll do... Oh, looks like they're doing mine. That's fair. I'm not really gonna do that either way. Imagine...
Everything under control, Initiate.
The Hellcats were likely here to protect Blackburn's associates from the super mutants above.
Should we expect any further resistance?
I am not aware of the details of the defensive measures my colleagues may have taken. I would not, however, expect them to tolerate trespassers.
We should keep moving.
As you wish. I am your prisoner, after all. I have little choice in the matter.
Oh my god, can we shoot him?
A trap I conceived, prepared, and executed entirely while in your custody. You give me too much credit.
You could have thought ahead of this. Oh, if I get captured by the Brotherhood in the future, lead them to West Tech and set off a traveler.
Dr. Farhar is nominally the head of their group, Headstrong, an old university colleague. Dr. Jane was a junior scientist at West Tech, brilliant but easily led. He shared my disgust at the Huntersville mistake. Nellie Wright, on the other hand, is Dr. Farhar's pet project, an adoptee of sorts. Very talented, despite her lack of formal schooling. Paranoia ill suits you. I have complied with your every demand.
And that is precisely what is so concerning.
Certainly.
Let's move out. Eyes open.
Well, clearly they're going to run around blind. Well, unless the TV decides to turn it off, then they will be running around blind, but you know. Get out, fix yourself.
Edgar. Edgar, who are these people? What happened to the guards?
The guards are dead, Dr. Farhar. This is the Brotherhood of Steel. I have been their guest since they discovered our project. Regrettably, they object to what we are doing.
We will not be intimidated. This facility is secure. You can't get to us. We will finish our work. This isn't the Huntersville strain. Dr. Blackburn has purified the virus of its considerable defects.
We've made something wonderful out of something horrible. We're helping people this time.
That's okay. Give us the details then.
Well, no, not as such, but...
Of course we have. Experimentation has identified the key flaws in the original strain. Iterative testing has pinpointed the defective genetic sequences, and we've corrected them in each case.
Of course not. What West Tech did was a terrible mistake, an affront to science. They didn't care who they hurt, and they did it just to see what happened. We're trying to help people. This will make people safe again.
Dr. Jane is enthusiastic, but it's true. We are not doing this just to satisfy our curiosity. We're advancing science itself. The cost doesn't matter. No offense to Dr. Jane, but West Tech wasn't doing science. They were only burning ants with a magnifying glass by comparison.
We've run the simulations. All three of us triple-checked the models and compared to prior experimental data.
We're confident in the formulation. You know what they say? Human testing is the best testing. A large-scale release will provide a representative sample. Science needs vision, like Dr. Blackburn's, like ours. Let's not let testing hold us back.
Well, sure, it might seem hasty, but...
Don't be such a pushover, Janie. No, wait. I've also had my doubts. Perhaps we should discuss this after all.
I can see you're troubled. You know what you're doing isn't right. Let's talk through this. We can come to an agreement.
I want to avoid violence. But that's always on the table, as long as you hold Dr. Blackburn hostage. Let him go. Please, let him go or we will cut off this negotiation and proceed with our plans.
Uh-oh.
I am afraid you will have to give in on this one. If you truly want to stop our distribution process, I advise you to listen to the doctor's entreaties. Allow me to explain. My colleagues could not stop production if they tried. It requires a code. I am the only one who knows the code. I set this plan in motion, and I am the only one who can stop it.
Is this true?
Edgar.
You will have to forgive Dr. Farhar. She
Where's
didn't
this
know.
camera angle?
I added this functionality to our distribution program. As insurance, you might say.
Boy, that's handy, huh?
So there you have it. I am willing to help you in exchange for sparing my colleagues' lives. But you will have to let me in there with them.
Nah, you ain't gonna learn your own, pal.
Then you are free to enjoy the view as my colleagues distribute our creation among the populace.
I don't like it either. But what other option do we have? If we do nothing, the outcome will be just as catastrophic.
Dr. Farhar, please permit me inside as a sign of good faith from the Brotherhood. I am certain we can negotiate a peaceful resolution and perhaps preserve our work at the same time.
All right. I'm registering you for the security grid. Just you.
With your leave.
Don't make this worse.
This is a mistake.
Yeah, it's a mistake. They're just gonna backstab us. We all know this.
Now that is over with, Nellie, prep the test chamber. They want proof of our success. I will give it to them myself.
Edgar, wait!
I apologize for the deceit, but I cannot risk you undoing all we have accomplished. Soon you will understand that I was right.
No, we won't.
Edgar, please. Let's talk about this.
You've signed your death warrant, Blackburn.
I will test the sample on myself and be proof of our achievement. Anything
Oh
you do
shit!
after does not
Was
matter.
not expecting that.
I'm going in. Ready the tag.
We should have executed him when we had the chance.
Ah,
Now's not the time. We gotta find a way in quickly. There's
I want
no
to see
time
this
to
happen.
waste.
I want to see if he. I want to see what happens to him. Oh man, we have to.
FEV flow ready, Doctor.
Hey, Beers, how are you, buddy?
Initiate procedure. Code Ascension.
Initiating.
Please. All of you, this isn't right.
What's this? No. What's happening? This can't be. The figures were correct.
Oh man, you shot to the honey badger. Yep. Beamist. Nah, I'm doing alright, mate. I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright, Beers, if you can hear me. You can hear me with all the chaos. Let's get rid of this guy, there we go.
This is what happens when you let
Anyway.
God. This proves more than anything.
Edgar, I should have known. I did know. We weren't ready.
Clearly.
I owe you an apology. Our work was a failure. Any good it might have done was a mirage. I knew it in my heart, but didn't listen. As a token of goodwill, I have used Edgar's code to stop production. We will not distribute the virus. I will make sure of that. But I will not simply let you in. There may be little I can do to stop you, but I will defend my colleagues in what little way I can. You've certainly been more diplomatic than I was expecting, given your organization's reputation. I do believe you have good intentions. I suppose we have no choice but to trust you now.
Ah,
The
the
way is
bloody
open.
build with everything at 20
We await
bonus special.
You really think they've stopped production? This whole sob story's on a track.
Oh please, you just dealt with the behemoth.
Verify that once the area is secure and send for Skype to double check. Until then,
Bang.
You've arrived. Please, Hear me out. We are scientists. Our work is all we have to give to this broken world. We had truly hoped to give humanity a better way to fight back. Against the radiation, the mutants, the decay of civilization. We failed. But this doesn't have to be the end. There is so much good that we can still do, please. Spare us your wrath.
Why does it sound like you're giving up? We weren't that far off, just a tweak here or there.
If I may interrupt, I agree with everything Dr. Farha has to say. Despite how it looks, we are not evil people. We wish only to better humankind. Knowing that, what are your intentions with us?
I'm glad you see the truth of the matter.
I'm afraid that's not going to cut it. The Brotherhood exists to keep humanity safe. And your work endangered everyone in Appalachia. If that failed virus had gotten out, countless people could have died. We can't allow you to continue experimenting.
Wait, Shin. It's clear that we can't just let them go. But their knowledge could be valuable to the Brotherhood and the people of Appalachia. Blackburn was the ringleader, but he's gone. We know nothing about the others, and of all people, you and I shouldn't fault anyone for trying to make a difference.
I can. And I will.
Is this still about back then? You can't forgive yourself for your own mistakes, so you refuse to forgive others too. When will you put that behind you?
This has nothing to do with that. There will be no more experiments. And they're too dangerous to keep prisoner.
Wait, you're really going to kill us?
Hold on. We're not killing anybody. We will bring them back to Fort Atlas and have Scribe Valdez monitor their work.
Have you lost your mind?
Think about it. This is exactly why the Brotherhood exists. To safeguard technology. I hate to admit it, but the Elders are right on this. We can't let them go, but we can't destroy what knowledge they have either.
A wise compromise. I'm willing to cooperate. You, the angry one. Consider the fact that universities are no longer operating. In a generation or two, there will be few, if any, people left in the world with a formal education.
How many dozens have you killed? Do you really think your life is worth more than theirs because of your education? We don't need your knowledge if you're deranged enough to resort to human experimentation.
Please! Stop this. Let us stop for a moment and talk to each other. There's still much that we haven't told you about our work. And we know little about your Brotherhood. Perhaps we can find out more where our perspectives overlap.
Yes. Maybe some discussion will cool Shin's head. I've no desire for this to come to blows.
Turns a gun off him before he shoots anyone.
Very well. You haven't said anything yet. Surely you have an opinion on this matter.
Scribe Valdez was appalled to find out that people were being turned into super mutants. You really like to burden her with supervising the sociopaths who are behind it.
Don't be so quick to jump to conclusions. As Dr. Jane said, there is more to our story, if you'd be willing to hear it. Let's pause and open the floor for conversation, shall we?
God, gonna be here for a while.
Make it quick, Initiate. Shouldn't take long to see through their lies.
We'll see.
I urge you to reconsider. This was never meant to come to violence. I never intended to hurt anyone. Dr. Blackburn was in charge of procurement. He told us they were volunteers. It was only later that... But by then... Please understand, we were so close. It could have ended any day. And everything we did was for the greater good. We must carry forward what we learned, or all that sacrifice will have been for nothing. Dr. Farha may disagree, but I'd like to finish the FEV formula. We can implement new safety measures. Animal experiments on thorough waste disposal. We're so close to improving the human race as we know it. The world has changed, my friend. How are we to survive if we don't change with it? Please don't let...
What questions do you have for me? Or has your party made a decision? And what has your organization...
Oh shit, you mean to do that?
By all means.
I meant to ask a question and skip.
We could focus the idea of human evolution into a more targeted formula. Say a formula to increase muscle bulk or to repel radiation. In fact, I hear serums of that sort may already be circulating among the survivors of the region. I'd like to study what they have created and improve upon it.
That will be the mutations that people have been using. In White Spring's bunker, you can buy recipes for mutation serums. You get the ones that allow you to jump higher, you get ones that allow you to do more damage, to lower your health to get. So I can go through them all. I've got most of the, if not all, of the mutations available.
It went too far. And quite frankly, I regret bringing the others onto this project. By the time I figured out that Dr. Blackburn was experimenting on humans, Ellie and Dr. Jane had already become passionate about the project. I was unable to convince them to pull back. I stayed, in the hopes that my objections could save even one innocent person from being experimented on. You're right. No excuse will make up for my mistake. That is why I hope to keep living and contribute what I can to the greater good.
I heard when the Brotherhood breaks down your door, they say, "Add victory. Hand over your arms." Is that true?
Can I kill her first? Can we just kill her and keep the other two?
Oh wow, that's scary. You really made my heart skip a beat. I don't have any arms. Well, unless you mean human arms, because I've got 2 of those, but they're mine. You can't have them.
Can I shoot her, please? My God.
Wrong. It's all wrong. We ran the models, but the models were wrong. I know exactly where to change the ratios to make this work. I can make it work. We just need one more chance. Don't run from science. Let us do this. Let us change the world.
Yeah.
What about them? Is that any worse than being human? As Dr. Jane says, all life is sacred. You'd probably gun them down regardless, right?
And mutants, they attack and potentially even eat humans. I don't think...
To improve the human race. If I was kidnapped for our experiments, I wouldn't mind. Most kidnappers do much worse.
I think you're a sociopath, generally.
Are you a licensed medical professional?
I have an intelligence of 30.
It's pretty rude to make sudden, unwarranted diagnoses of people you just met. Okay, I guess. You're not really gonna kill me.
Okay, so I'll just have to point out, I have an intelligence of 15. I thought it was around 30, but apparently I've done something that affected that. So in terms of the mutations, here's all of them. We've got adrenal reaction, we've got plus weapon damage and low HP, but the offset is I'll lose some max HP. Bird bones, which is agility is higher, reduced fall speed, so I fall slower. Carnivore, I can eat meat but not veggies with no disease, and I get more benefits by eating meat. Chameleon, I could be invisible in combat if I don't have any armor on, and I'm stationary. Completely pointless, but I had it anyway, because it didn't bother anything else. Eagle Eyes is more crit damage, a little less strength but more perception. Electrically charged, so I have a chance to shock melee attackers. So if someone hits me or something, I can shock them. It's a random chance there. I got grounded, which I have more energy resistance, but I do less damage with energy guns. I've got a healing factor which has reduced chem effects, but my health regen is plus 200%, meaning outside of combat my health will regen. Save stims, obviously not during combat though. We've got my super, which is higher jump, I lose a bit of intelligence, but my carry rate is also increased. Plague Walker, so the more diseases I have a poison aura, which is scaling for my diseases. Scaly Skin, I've got extra damage resistance, energy resistance, but I lose a bit of action points. I've got Speed Demon, which reload speed, movement speed is all plus 20, it's faster. However, my hunger and thirst increases while moving. Bethesda have recently changed, a couple of updates ago, how hunger and thirst don't have any negative effects anymore. So that's basically null and void now. But obviously you do earn benefits if you keep your health full, if you keep your food and water full. However, if they're empty, you don't get anything. Don't lose anything or anything like that. I've got Talons, which is plus 25% unarmed damage with bleed damage, but I lose a bit of agility. And Twisted Muscles, I lose gun accuracy, even though I'm a commando, which is weird. Rifleman, whatever. Plus 25% melee damage, plus chance to cripple. So these are all the mutations. There are other ones I don't have, but these are the majority for my builds that I use.
We need to come to an agreement. I hope you can...
What questions do you... And what... That's relief. I assure you that you'll have our cooperation.
And if you don't, shrink and kill.
So that's it then. You and Romani would repeat the mistakes of the past and use these criminals to build more weapons of destruction. To send the world further down the path of chaos for your own gain. All while wearing the Brotherhood insignia on your chest.
The Brotherhood's mission has always been to use the power of science to guide us to a better world. Rather than murder great minds, we will shape them into people who will serve that mission. And we will do it without barbarians like you.
On that point, we agree. I refuse to serve an illegitimate branch of a principled institution. The Elders need to know about our failures. All of them. It will be my honor to give that report in person.
Smell you later, Shin.
My best initiates will be coming with me. The ones I can trust.
Take them. There are plenty more willing recruits out there who would rather extend a helping hand than a killing blow.
You mean who'd rather cower behind the guise of altruism than take responsibility and make things right? It doesn't matter. Do as you will, Romani. The Elders will judge the outcome. Goodbye.
We are grateful. The work we do next could still change the world.
You go on ahead. I'll bring the scientists back to Fort Atlas, then we can discuss everything that's happened.
Oh, shit. Alright, well then, that's an interesting way to end that.
Friends, initiates, faces new and old. It's good to see you today. I am proud to announce that the mutant threat has been cornered and removed. But it came with an unfortunate consequence. I'm sure you all know that relations between Shin and I have been strained for some time now. I'm afraid my leaving out his title is no mistake. Shin and his followers have decided to part ways with the Appalachian Brotherhood. I had every wish to work together with Shin on my mission, and still do. But he is no longer open to discussion. His loyalty to the Elders is unshaken. He would rescind his oath before besmirching the Brotherhood's name. Should he ever open his mind, I will be ready to listen. Now I have one more announcement to make. I'd like to recognize a particular initiate's exceptional contributions to our chapter. In most cases, this recognition would take the form of a standard rank increase. However, being a knight is a dedicated responsibility, and it's become quite clear to me that this initiate has obligations beyond just the Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah, like
I won't
Martin
take
Nukes.
you away from Appalachia. As such, I'm granting you the unique title of Knight Errant. Why don't you come stand between Scribe Valdez and I, so I may officially confer your title? For exceptional contributions to the Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel, I hereby name you Knight Errant. You may split your time with the Brotherhood as you see fit.
Ah,
We are
okay.
forever grateful for what you've done for us. Now, everyone, feel free to take a short break before your next assignment. You've earned it.
Fair enough. That's interesting, Bethesda. That's very interesting. I'll give you that.
So, Knight Errant, how does your new title feel?
I heard of that before. I love the first one. The first two Pollett's pair of shoes. Exquisite. Okay. Is this going to be one of these things, Bethesda? Really? Really? I just want to be free of the Brotherhood. I don't know, I'm curious. I'm curious. I mean, this is my only character, but I'm curious.
Flouting decorum, are we? You're lucky I'm into that. And
Okay,
yes,
can I'm mixing
I
it up.
have noticed you. Take your time.
Okay, then.
Congratulations on your
Did that
promotion.
really just happen? I knew things between the higher-ups were shaky, but I didn't think one of them would actually leave. Especially Knight Shin. I mean, it seemed like the Brotherhood was everything to him.
It is. His
Well,
loyalty to
I guess
the-
things are going to change a bit around here.
Mm-hmm.
We owe this victory to you, Knight Errant.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. Look forward to it, even. Whatever reorganization we need to do, I'm sure it'll shake out into something even better than what we've got right now. Paladin Romani is the leader I want to follow.
Romani has good vision,
I'm gonna
so.
get back to it.
Romani has the right idea for what she wants to do for Appalachia. However, Nate Shin has his ideals are a little bit towards too brotherhoody. It's kind of like the outcasts in Fallout 3 and how the Brotherhood acted in Fallout 4. That's kind of what it reminds me of. That's how he looks.
So, Knight Shin is gone. I can't believe it. I wanted to be optimistic about their conflict, right up until the end. But the more I think about it, if only there was more I could have done. Well,
What else he could have done?
both of them would die for their beliefs. At least this way, they can pursue those beliefs separately, rather than killing each other over them. Well, that's going a bit far, isn't it? But it's a very nice thing to say.
I'm curious to see how far Bethesda have gone with this,
Thank you.
honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. I want to see how far.
I'm going to keep doing my job. With one officer down, there's going to be a lot of slack to pick up. There's still a lot more I'd like to see out there, but right now, I need to support the Brotherhood. Things are going to get a lot looser around here. Paladin Romani never believed in strict regulations. She's going to focus on recruitment and outreach. Well, if she can find the time.
Okay.
Don't mention it. As the resident scribe, it's my job to keep things functioning around here. Until next time.
It'll probably be in the next 4 months when Bethesda releases the next chapter.
Oh my gosh. What are we gonna do? Who's gonna handle everything? Who's gonna lead the recruits? What am I gonna do? Oh gosh.
Yep, everything's falling apart. It's going to be great. Chaos.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm all
Ah,
right.
I need an emote where it's just fire behind in the background.
I don't
Just
do
a
well
wolf
with
kind
really
of
big
hands up.
changes. I think I need some time to process this. I'm gonna sit down.
Okay.
Enjoying the hors d'oeuvres?
There's a food you're talking about.
Now, we can start making the Brotherhood the benevolent organization I always wanted it to be. Our focus has to be helping the people of Appalachia, reaching out a hand and making them feel safe. This is a new dawn. Be proud that you were a part of it.
The Fallout 3 Brotherhood of Steel, basically.
I'm disappointed Shin would turn his back on us, but it's certainly better than the alternative. There were times I truly wondered what I would do if it came to it. If Shin pointed his gun at me, I know
Surprised
what
he
he'd
didn't.
do. So I'm grateful he didn't make me do it. Don't be a stranger. There will always be a place for you at Fort Atlas. At Victorium.
At Victorium. Right, that's a Hellcat? Dude!
It has been an honor to serve with you.
Alright, Hellcat. Ooh. Hellcat power armor. Oh, I need to build this then.
Hello, Knight Errant. And
Huh. So, okay, I guess that's the chapter done for the next 3 months. Alright, well, I'm gonna go back to my camp, see if I can find a spare chassis. Oh, wait, what? I just got given a chassis? Oh, fuck yeah. Let's have a look at this then. Oh. Obviously you get to paint and all that. Because there is another warhead. Oh, that's interesting. I'm pretty sure there's another Chaos. Mission of Chaos. Oh, it's Blue Demon I think I'm thinking of, yeah. Don't think I can do much with that at the minute. But that looks interesting. Reduces incoming ballistic damage. Into there still. Well, I might keep that on me then. And PA Hellcat. Just so it's all like in kind of, you know, there. I'll keep it on me for now actually. I'll probably use it a couple of times just to see how its armor stands out. Oh yeah, I completely forgot there was a nuke that was happening. Ah, good old scorched earth. Nah, I'm okay. So yeah. Certainly an interesting piece of armor, I have to admit. Put to us so to get a better look at it. What do you guys think? If you, I'll have to compare it to my T65 in terms of damage resistance. So I get 85, 70. Let me go to the torso a bit better. So this gives 140, 120, 120. 140, 120, 120. It's a lot weaker than the T65, but the ballistic damage might be pretty useful. Interesting. Well, I say I'm going to end it here for now then. Thank you for those who have lurked in the background, and thank you for those who decided to lurk currently. Support has definitely been noticed. I have done a couple of videos back up. I will be streaming a lot more, but obviously due to due to the way summer's been and the inactivity in terms of viewers and that is the reason why I've slowed down. So that way I'm not burning through all of my things that I want to stream and then realising I can't do it. The only reason I focus on 76 so much in a new quest is simply due to everybody else is doing it. I just kind of wanted to make sure it's done, so stuff like that. Especially since lost track of my thought there. Yeah, especially since I'm one of the more active members of the community, especially PKaway and all that, especially the books that I came across. Yeah. Hope you all have enjoyed this kind of thing. I might be back on over the next couple of days with some amnesia, possibly. But yeah, thank you all for being here, and I'll see you all in the next one. This is probably going to be over 2 videos again. Makes my life easier, I guess. 2 videos instead of 1 full one like I did before Zero Dawn. That was a big mistake. But yeah, thank you all for being here, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now. Like the video, if you like this video, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and of course, find me